Hey, Aquarius. Here to do your reading. I already got halfway through another reading. And the dog just would not quit. So I had to completely scrap it. There's no way anyone is going to pay attention to all that. But the overall energy was Ace of Pentacles. And it was a little bit of a confusing reading. It was kind of like being a novice. But I couldn't yet tell if you were choosing this new endeavor or if you weren't. Partly the cards were very conflicting throughout, and then partly I was distracted by Doggo here. I'm like half considering whether or not I should even do a reading tonight because I'm like, my agitation level is just not great, which is, it's just, usually I don't do readings, but like that, I was fine, and then, sorry, what crosses? Headspace, root of the matter, recent past, near future, how you see yourself, how others see you, hopes and fears, and outcome. I'll slide all of this over a little bit, it's a little cramped. I'm amazed by how bent out of shape I got. So, I mean, it took 10 minutes. The 10-minute, very agitating minutes. We have Nightingale spirit at the bottom as the overall energy. Interesting. We have, for you, Son of Pentacles and Deer. It's funny. So the Pentacle court cards are Deer. What could that mean? But it's the Sun, and this one looks as if it's a female. I mean, I just get balance of masculine and feminine with that. But it is also the Son of Pentacles, which would allude to that Ace of Pentacles from the last reading. But let's see what crosses you. We have Dolphin and Sea Serpent. Dolphin is a very beautiful, playful energy, but with the Sea Serpent, even though it's a spirit card, I tend to see this card as like, because the serpent doesn't look like the friendliest creature, it doesn't look like a good thing. I don't actually even recall what it was in the book. It's been so long since I read it. But I'm just getting, like, naively hopping back into cycles. Like, oh, that crosses a lot of us, doesn't it? Okay. Okay. Ace of Pentacles and the Dragon. Very, very similar texture. Like if you took this cup, it's like basically the same texture as the dragon. Similar. I mean, if this is your headspace, is this that cycle? You're like, you always have your eye on the next, this is not a judgment call, oh my god. Not a judgment statement whatsoever, not for me. I just, when they come out, it just, stuff comes out of my mouth, and it's not a reflection on how I feel about any of it. It's like jumping into new emotional endeavors. Like whatever you have your eye on, you're like ready to pour your cup out into. Or like on the look to see the next thing that could fill your cup. I can't say if that's good or bad, right? Like, because maybe it's just just tongue-tied. An energy of being very open to the world around you. It doesn't have to be a searching because one is unfulfilled. Light and shadow to everything, right? Root of the matter. Spider and the Emperor. The root of the matter is somebody is building. The Emperor would have his empire. So maybe if you're playfully in these cycles or open emotionally, well, I can't put a comparison right yet. Just that the root of the matter is somebody needing to build their empire. Could be male or female. I think it comes up as the Emperor just to give me that empire symbolism. If it was the Empress, there's a whole other set of symbols. Okay. Recent past. Son of Wands. Father of Swords. Aqua. I'm just getting like charming, but like, ooh, it's fuzzy. Charming, but like maybe a touch like the stereotypical Aquarian as like a little stoic, charming for sure, but when it comes down to it, a little guarded. Which is interesting because it's giving me a whole nother thing. Like, on your mind is like, you've got, this is a whole nother thing. There's a part of you that's playful with these cycles, but then there's a part of you that's actually got like, it's dragon, but like an evil eagle eye. I said evil eye. A very serious look on that cup. Whether it's yours or another, I'm getting the feeling that it would be yours in that case. Like, what do you... Just... like this guy. The keen eye on his cup. Anyway, near future. I'm just gonna say how it came out, right? With the Hangman and the Raccoon, you're coming into a perspective shift. That there is a realization that you've been keeping yourself in the dark. You've been keeping yourself in the shadows in some matter. Yeah, because nobody, I mean... raccoons can be strategically sneaky. But yeah. But it's something they're doing. It's not like a skunk per se. Like, nobody wants to see a skunk. I hate to say. Isn't that sad? How unfortunate. But true. People aren't about, like, how some people just don't like seeing snakes. Like, it's just preferences, of course. I'm sure there are some people out there that at least the sight of a skunk is appealing. Okay. Oh my gosh. How you see yourself. Vulture and the crocodile. You see yourself in a very strange light. Of course, I see vulture energy as transmutation. And crocodile sits back and waits. Conserves energy. You see yourself as biding your time for the right opportunity? You may find success in that in some areas. But you may... It may or may not come to your attention with this hangman raccoon that is not the formula for success in all areas of life. How other people see you. I'm getting another... Four Pentacles came up in your last reading as what crossed you. So here we have the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups. One would be more of a social gathering energy, little celebratory energy. And the next is a cup of disappointment. A series of cups that are all disappointing. Especially with this rat imagery here. If I had a rat climbing on anything edible, I would want nothing to do with it from then on, Just sun and a moon. Other people see you. Maybe... Hear me out here. I feel like other people know that you have two sides to you also. That maybe you haven't quite got that balance in the you part. That you have the capacity to be social by day. And may even excel in that. I mean, Aquarians are very personable, really. But you also... Pardon me. Again, stereotypically, don't always, like, it's not, you're not like somebody that always wants to be with people. Like, when friends are important to you, but you don't want people up your butt constantly either. There's a freedom you want. But they know that there's this side of you, right? I think they also know that there's this side of you. A side of you that by day you are one way, by night the cups you've held on to instead of sharing begin to fester. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. That's fitting, though, because I accidentally put this upside down when I set it down. I think by the time it occurs to people that you have this... I'm just getting an emotional hoarding. And it's something I feel like every Aquarian that's been paying attention has heard before. And I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a lot of other things in your chart that, like, do other things. Good girl. Thank you, baby. But by the time it occurs to them, because you don't know the intricacies of people right away, but by the time they realize that, it starts to flavor this jovial by day energy. Yeah. Hopes and fears. First of all, I don't know what this is that's happening to you. I'm going to say the nightingale has this egg on here, right? And then you've got this golden egg and firefly. Before I get into these, you have 3 spirit cards. I don't think I've ever gotten 3 spirit cards in a reading before. Pretty intense. Firefly. In the book, they talk about it being a sort of a flash in the pan inspiration. My personal interpretation, when it comes up for me personally, I said it's not fleeting. I'm Aquarius and Vedic, but what I'm getting here is that your hope, and maybe simultaneously your fear, would be that whatever this golden egg energy is wouldn't be fleeting. It would be both inspiring and not fleeting. And it would be kind of nurturing, like this nest. These cards are so beautiful. Outcome. Interesting energy. Very interesting energy. We have Scorpion and 3 of Wands. It's funny because I'm getting like a building energy with this 3 of Wands, which is not quite, like, this is like waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, that's why I was getting that. Because what I was getting with the Scorpion, it was kind of like scorpionic energy, and immediately got like, if you want something, if you decide that you are ready to step out of a passive energy when it comes to sharing your emotions, you don't want to hold on to them anymore, you want to build. And this could be about anything, right? Like, people have businesses that it's such a dream and they pour so much of themselves into it that it elicits emotion. It becomes an emotional matter, right? So any area of your life can become an emotional matter. You have to fight for it, like a scorpion, sure, like a scorpion or a Scorpio sign. You don't have to. I mean, you could have that in chart, sure, but you don't have to. You can. We can all harness all the signs, right? You have to fight for it. If you've been passive, it's not going to come to you. It's kind of harsh. I'm sorry. I tend to be stern with Aqua, but I'm starting to think that's just the way you like to be communicated, because at every Aqua reading has been me like, yo, here is the deal. If you've been in this energy, if you've been like stern eye on your own cup, and you see something, you put your sights on something that you don't want to be fleeting, You are going to have to fight for it. Don't expect people to... I'm getting triggered. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stay calm. If you find yourself drawn to somebody who's very caring and has been generous and has gone out on many limbs for you and has been patient with any kind of emotional we'll just say contemplation. If it's taken you time to decide on what these matters really are for you, simple as that. If it has taken you time to narrow it down and to know that you know, that is great for you, sure. You don't know where that other person's line is, right? Eventually somebody's going to stop trying. And it's not even... They might not stop caring, but at some point somebody continuing to try hurts them. It does. Let's just be real. And they might not be mad at you or anything. Just, feeling kind of, like if someone's been other people can only be disappointed so many times. And I'm not saying you're disappointing anybody, but you might need to speak your truth. You might need to go in to this other Mother of Pentacles. Because if you are this, Son of Pentacles, but... I've been getting this message for you for almost a year. For the record, I also talk in all the other signs, including your own, that I find you to be the most intelligent. And while I'm a Pisces in Western, I am a Aquarian in Vedic. But I find, Western Aquarians that I know of, because it's just, the way people, at least in my country, tend to gravitate towards the Western astrology. I tend to be very attracted to Aquarians. So, it's possible that is why I am triggered here, because I like ya, right? I wouldn't be bent out of shape if I didn't care. So, yeah. So there's a little bit of, I care, and a little bit of, sure, I've been, a little butthurt at times. I can't take my own history out of these readings. Anyways, I'm just giving you a little bit of that, so you don't think I'm attacking you. I'm not attacking you. It's just giving you a little insight to a possible cross-watcher situation, where if you want something, don't assume somebody's going to come back around again and give you, and hand you another opportunity. And I'm still, being stern with you. I'm so sorry. You have to go for it. If you want it, you have to go for it. And you might need to do damage control. Anyway. I hope that was helpful. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.